Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. So glad that you could be here today for this conversation about virtual dating, which I love, and chemistry, which is questionable on a virtual date, some people think. How could you know if you have chemistry? Isn't it just a waste of time doing a virtual date because you don't even know if you have chemistry? That's what we're talking about. If that's at all interesting, I hope you'll stick around. That's up right now. Well, first of all, I would say that there's a few different types of chemistry. So there's physical chemistry. You will know from a first impression whether you're immediately attracted to a person when you meet them in person, in real life, IRL. But you really won't know if there's physical chemistry until you tie that together with getting to know this person a little bit, seeing them talk, seeing them move, seeing them have a good laugh. The other things that go into that full physical chemistry is also your conversational chemistry. Do things flow when you talk? Are there a lot of stops and starts and people jumping in to fill awkward silences? Does this person not lead you to want to share? You kind of clam up. Awkwardness is a sign that you don't have good conversational chemistry. And what about intellectual chemistry? Do you feel like this person is on the same wavelength, that you're on the same plane of existence, that you come from the same worlds and find that you think similarly? That's a different chemistry. So on a virtual date, will you have the benefit of smelling this person and letting pheromones do their part in attraction? For sure not. But can you tell if this is a person that you want to meet in person soon and spend more time with to figure out if you do have the physical chemistry situation down, if that's gonna work? Definitely. Let's just start with the other chemistries in a different order. Let's just mix it up a bit since we're in the middle of a pandemic and virtual dating is just the way things are going for a lot of people right now. It's the most comfortable way to meet people. And I'll be honest with you, I have people who have been vaccinated or who have already had COVID, and they've really just fallen in love with virtual dating. They think that once everybody's out meeting in person, that virtual is the way to go. And I'm right there in line with them. I believe that's the case too. It's the new jump on the phone before meeting in person situation, but like way cooler. And it's sort of refreshing, I've heard, that people are able to focus on a whole different way of communicating when there isn't the distraction of gauging the physical. So people get into much more emotional type conversations. It's a deeper conversation, often not all surface and question answer kind of thing. People feel more comfortable in the surroundings of their own home, so they're more easily led to having conversations where they're sharing more personal things about themselves, more thoughts, more feelings, ideas, opinions, as opposed to just a give and take of the basics, kind of getting that out of the way, while you're sitting in a restaurant and being distracted by the people sitting 3 feet over that way and 3 feet over that way, who just know we're on a first date and are definitely listening in, and the waiter who keeps stopping by and asking to refill my coffee or water or get me another drink. So that privacy and that relaxed atmosphere lead to really good dates. The physical chemistry can wait till the next date. And don't forget, this doesn't have to be a 3-hour virtual date. Sure, if you went out for dinner and drinks and dessert, maybe a cocktail afterwards or a walk somewhere, that's a long date. You don't need all of that to gauge whether you want to see this person a second time if the second time is the first time in person. Just 45 minutes or so just to gauge those things we talked about at the beginning of the episode. Whether you're on the same plane and have anything in common. Whether you enjoy their personality and talking to them and their face looks nice to you and you want to see more of them than this. It doesn't have to be a long date. I just say don't keep doing that indefinitely, the virtual thing, if you know that the physical part is important and you live in close proximity. Set yourself a boundary of how many virtual dates you're going to have before you get out there and meet this person for a walk or a cup of coffee. Next up, I wanted to mention that you can maybe even tell if you're physically attracted to this person and have some type of a physical chemistry because you aren't chained to your chair or your sofa. You're allowed to get up and walk around and show somebody things in your house and set the phone or the tablet down on the kitchen table while you pour yourself something to drink or cook something on the stove. I once made soup when I was screening a client. I like to think of those as like anything we do in a screening call, which is getting to know somebody, could certainly be done on a virtual date. And I once was heating up a can of soup on a virtual date. So you're allowed to move around, which brings me to my final point. Dress for the date you wish you were having, or dress for that date that was in person. Not saying you can't cheat on the bottom half with pajama bottoms or sweats, but if that makes you feel like you're not putting in the effort or taking this seriously, then skip the sweatpants, skip the pajama bottoms, and throw on something that you would be seen walking into a place for a date wearing. I know that some of my clients who wear perfume, I say to them, still put the perfume on. If it makes you feel like this is a special occasion, like this is a first date, like this is something you're putting extra effort into and looking forward to, and it's a unique opportunity, then do that for a virtual date as well. And honestly, I don't know where you live. If the weather's beautiful, then right away, if you make a connection, you could go walk your dogs together tomorrow. If not, you can find something else creative to do to meet this person in person. You know, you could go grocery shopping at Costco together. I had a first date at Costco once. It was awesome. Think outside the box. But don't worry about the physical attraction on a first date if it's a virtual date. There's plenty of time for that, and it is a rare opportunity to skip over that initially. It's going to come around. You can't avoid it. But it's a rare opportunity to connect with somebody in a different way before that comes into play. I hope you found this interesting and or helpful, and I hope you will hit the thumbs up, and that would let me know. Also, subscribe to my channel if you want to hang out again sometime, and if you hit the ring bell, then YouTube lets you know every time I upload a new episode. And I will look forward to having you back soon. So thanks for being here today, and until next time, have a good one.